What are we even looking at here? Hang on. Oh my gosh, what do I even look like? Hang on. It's not 10 o'clock yet. We're not technically starting. Give me a second. Where's this light? That's better. Hi. Okay. Oh, hi, little girl. Do you want to say hi to everybody? We're waiting until people get in here to really start. She's ready for dinner. She's not going to be on the live stream. Okay. Hang on, you guys. What time? 9:58. Hey, Brittany. I'm starting in just a second. Hang on. I'm getting started in a second. Got my hot chocolate. Got my jammies on. Got my sweater on. My nieces got me for Christmas. Got my hot chocolate. Okay. Let me get into the chat on my phone. It's almost time to start. 9:59. Gonna kind of wait on people to get here. Why am I like shiny and weird? I didn't do my makeup. I mean, I did my makeup this morning. But I didn't like touch it up or do anything. Okay, we're going to talk New Year's tonight in just a minute. It's 9:59. We're not technically started, even though I guess we technically started. Okay, Brittany. Anne, hello. How are you? Have we seen you in the chat before, Anne? I don't mean to be like, hey, who are you or anything. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Hi, I'm Michelle from Unicorn Centaur, and welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you. It's kind of a mess right now. I thought it would look cool because I just kind of washed it. I was like, oh, I'll wear it down. It'll be cool. But I kind of look like a wreck. We're talking New Year's resolutions tonight. And where's my chat? Hang on. Why am I not in the chat? No. Oh no, can I not like follow that? Oh Lord, I'm having technical difficulties already and I just started. Y'all. Well, what a way to start off like the New Year's post or the New Year's live stream. So here, I'll bring you closer so then I can see this here. Tabitha's here. Hey, for once not on a carriage. Oh my gosh, right? It's so fun to run into you downtown and say hi. Tonight, I am working on knitting the rest of this ball of yarn. Oh, this color is just amazing. When I'm in kind of the darker lamplight of my room, this is much, much darker, and it's harder to crochet. But I am doing a scarf. So I have been knitting a buttload of horse hats. Actually, let me show those off. So I made this lavender one, which looks really beautiful on Sunny, my chestnut. Artax, my gray horse, he's so dirty that this white yarn, you can tell he's not white anymore. Like he's dirty. He's a gray horse in the wintertime. So, and then there's this one that is not quite finished. I have to put a pom-pom on that one. And there's a teal one. It doesn't even get cold enough. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. It doesn't even get cold enough here in the wintertime for the horses to like need any ear protection of any kind. But I learned how to crochet the horse hats and now I can't stop. I need help. So I was taking a break from horse hats because I have like a billion right now. Oh, and I was even making like people hats. I mean, this is backwards because there's the thread, but here we go. And that white looks good with the teal. Okay. So, Anne, are you a crocheter? Do you knit? Are you an equestrian? Tell me something about yourself. If you're still here in the chat. If you're not, then, oh. Wait, imagine my hair. Oh, it's cute. Love the color. I've done a couple of live streams where we did like learning to crochet and doing like really simple crochet, because once you learn how to do the chain stitch, oh Lord, I'm losing stitches here. Once you learn how to do the chain stitch and learn how to do like one other stitch, it's pretty easy. I learned how to knit before I learned how to crochet, and knitting is kind of harder. Like crocheting is easier to fix when you mess up, and I don't know. And it's easier to improvise. It's easier to Why is my phone messing up? I'm going to have to turn off my phone and turn it on again. My phone's being dumb. Sorry, y'all. So I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions tonight while I'm sitting here working on this scarf that I am making. I just did a New Year's out with the old, in with the new video, it was only like a 2-minute video. And I like took the camera to the barn and I was like, ugh. Last year I had such amazing visions for what I would do in 2019. My New Year's resolution video, if I don't know if I can bring myself to watch my New Year's resolution video from last year because it will either make me laugh or cry. Because I think I failed miserably at every single one of my equestrian and creative related resolutions this year. Like I failed at everything this year. I failed so hard this year at just about everything. So I decided to keep it simple for 2020. And my official New Year's resolution is just to ride, to get to the barn more often and to ride my horses more often because I haven't had time to do that this year. And I've been sad. I've been very sad. So I'm gonna see if I can get in the chat this time. And I hope my hot chocolate is cool enough to drink. Yes, there we are. So bad at knitting. It's okay to be bad at knitting. It's okay to be bad at crochet. I mean, especially if you're just making stuff for yourself. If I'm making hats for my horses, who cares if I miss some stitches or it looks bad or if it's a little like not the right size or whatever. Happy New Year's, Brittany. Crocheting is fun until it's supposed to be a distraction, but it makes you so anxious. Oh my, you know what though? The reason okay, Tabitha, real talk girl. This one's for Tabitha, but there are maybe other people that can relate. I've been going to therapy. Actually, the scarf I'm making is for my therapist as a Christmas present. Cherry Blossom, quit playing with things. She wants to be fed. Stop, honey. Yes. Anyway, so in therapy, I had to make a list of healthy distracting behaviors for when I'm feeling panicky or overwhelmed, things that help take my mind off of my mind. And crocheting was one of the things, like when I get overwhelmed or she's like, and so my therapist's like, okay, so whenever you feel like those feelings coming on and you're feeling overwhelmed, just crochet for a few minutes. And so now I've crocheted, 7 hats? And then scarves for everyone I know. Like, I probably need medication. So anyway. But yeah, so that's been one of my coping mechanisms. Is to crochet. Anyway, guess what? Are you going to spill some tea in the chat? Don't have a ride to the barn. Aw. Brittany, not going to be able to see your mare. I see her tomorrow. Okay. You finally have a day off. I know you need it. You deserve it. I'm supposed to be crocheting and I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Hang on. Let me push this back. Maybe I can see that better. I should put my glasses on. Do y'all mind if I look super nerdy? Okay, hang on. Cleaning my glasses with my dirty t-shirt. This is the kind of quality entertainment you get from Unicorn Centaur's YouTube channel. Is a middle-aged lady crocheting scarves because of her anxiety. Welcome. Welcome. Working on a dragon horse. Like a dragon hat. Amy? Hi, Amy, by the way. Anne says she's going to the barn tomorrow. I don't know. I have my therapy appointment tomorrow, which is why I'm trying to finish this scarf. I have my therapy appointment tomorrow morning. So I don't know if I'm going to go to the barn after that or if I'm going to go on Friday instead. I didn't get to go out today. But that's my New Year's resolution is to go get out to the barn more. I've only this whole past year, 2019, for so many reasons, I was only able to get out to the barn once or twice a week. And I know, okay, there are some people who don't have horses and they don't get to ride, but like ever or once or twice a month. So I need to count my blessings that I was able to be with my own horses once or twice a week for the entire year. But it was frustrating because the year before that, 2018, I was at the barn 6 days a week and working with and riding my horses. And so it was a lot. So this year I'm trying to get back into it. I'm not going to be able to go 6 days a week, but I think I can do 3 days a week, especially if when I'm there, I'm riding and playing with ponies and taking pictures and wearing matching hats with my horses. Tell Liam I got Pokemon Sword for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, cool. Every day for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's too much. Every day for 2 weeks is too much. Your brain gets scrambled. You get burned out on doing the tours. If you don't know Tabitha, those of you in the chat, she is a tour guide. And it's been pretty busy. The season was busy. Tabitha, Monday night, I had like 30 people on a pub crawl on a Monday. When we went to the Pink House, they were slammed. The bartender was like, "Where are all these people coming from?" She said she got nothing but like 30 people pub crawls all night long. It was insane. I mean, I know they were all here for the new year, but again, on a Monday, what the heck? All right. So yeah, I need to ride more. That's my long story short. I need to ride more. All right, I'm trying to get down here into this. Is anybody else crocheting or knitting or working on a creative project? I'd like to know what y'all are working on. Oh, we just hit 2,000 members in the Extra Equestrians Facebook group on Facebook. If you are on Facebook and you're not in the Extra Equestrians group, go hit the member request and get in there. There have been I'm getting so much inspiration for the future live streams of 2020, looking at people's things that they're posting in there, the things they make for their horses, the hats, the costumes, the decorations, the glitter, the funny videos, the cosplay, the makeup. It's so good. If you are not on Facebook, it's a public group, so you can still do a search of Facebook and come up with it and see the posts in the group. If you're not on Facebook, then you can't post or comment in the group, but you can still see all the posts because it's a public group. It's for sharing. Yay! Hot chocolate. It is nice right now. I wish I had some marshmallows in it, though. I needed that. I forget to do hot chocolate. I forget like that's a snack option in the evening. You can't see my eyes, can you guys? Should I have my glasses down like an old lady? I feel like I'm having lighting problems today. Maybe it needs to come down more. Hang on. I'm going to do a thing. I'm a Leo. I can't be in bad lighting. Is that going to be nicer? You know what? I am using the silver back things today. Maybe those are too shiny. This too shiny. Maybe I'm too shiny. That's a little bit better on angles, I think. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I suck at a lot of things. I'm really good at like 3 things in the world, and everything else I'm okay at, and I can fake it. I feel like that's a little bit better. Okay. Your glasses are lovely. Thank you. I don't like wearing them all the time. I don't wear them. I only really need them to see like when I'm driving and like when I go to the movies or something like that. And what's everybody's New Year's resolution? We haven't really talked about, I talked about me, but what about y'all? Are you keeping it simple, or do you have like a huge list of goals you're wanting to tackle? Did you have a terrible 2019 and you're planning for a really great 2020? Or are you like, okay, so glad 2019's done. Onward and upwards, good friends. Maroon saddle pad. Hang on. Oh, maroon saddle pad. What color's your horse? I like maroon on buckskins or gray horses. Like a purple saddle pad or a pink one. I want to get one of those hollow saddle pads. Oh my God. I don't see, the sad thing is I don't think it would look good on Artax. He's my gray. He's my unicorn. And even though he's my unicorn, like he'd have to be shiny freaking clean to look good in that silver hollow. Sunny, my chestnut, would look stunning in it. Maybe I should get it for him. So my problem is budget. I have like 0 budget. So I'm going to have to scrape together my tip money and my dollars to buy some fancy tack. because I want to buy some tack. I want to put it on my horses. I want to try it out. I want to ride in it every day. Well, the 3 days a week I go to the barn. And do a review video. Like, what do you guys want to see a review of? Hologram saddle pads. I want a hollow bridle. I want hollow everything. And then those rainbow colored bits and stirrup irons. So, hollow horses. I can't find them. Oh, I don't know. Green Hawk. Is that a website, or what is it? What company? Where's the company based out of? Is it US, UK, Australia, somewhere else? Y'all, speaking of Australia, if you did not know, the entire continent of Australia is on fire. I posted some, people have posted links to helping organizations on the post I made in Extra Equestrians about it, where you can like donate to different organizations to help people affected by the drought and the fires. But it's just devastating. Oh, it's a store. So I got lots of stuff for Christmas from Tom and myself. I actually didn't get a whole lot for Christmas, except my sister and her girls, my twin nieces, and my mom came to visit me. So that was like the most wonderful Christmas present. But I got my sweater I'm wearing right now for my nieces, and my mom got me some unicorn socks. I'm like, honestly, I got money for Christmas, but I'm like paying bills and saving that for hollow tack and fancy saddle pads. So got a lot of horse stuff. Tabitha, you got a weighted blanket? Is it, did you, I can't even talk. Do you love it? Did it change your life? Are you going to marry it and have its babies? Tell me all about it. Okay, I'm having trouble with this particular thing here. I've heard good things, and I've also heard other things. Like I tend to get plantar fasciitis really easily, which is in the bottoms of my feet, which is exacerbated by pointing your toes when you're sleeping. And weighted blankets I've heard, tend to make you sleep with your toes pointed because they're heavy on your feet. Why can't I do this? I'm getting mad right now. Like I'm being angry. So I'm just curious, like, because that might not be good for me. Why? Y'all, I'm about to have a meltdown because I can't get the crochet hook through the plies of the yarn. Oh my God. Hang on, I need a drink. Tuli, you're here. Oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning where you are. What? Oh, are you up crafting with me? Oh my God. You're precious. I love you. Y'all, it's like 5 o'clock. Tuli is always saying that she couldn't come to the live streams, and she figured out where the time where she lives is 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, baby girl, get some sleep. Don't even try. But here you are. Oh, you sleep on your side. You know what? I didn't even think of that. I do sleep on my side. Tabitha, oh my God, those moments when I realize you're smarter than me. God. I should be sleeping. Aw. It's getting late here. I'm going to be going to sleep after this. Maybe we'll take a nap. I love you, Tabitha. Okay. Now, okay, I've been talking to y'all, so I have to count stitches now because when I get distracted, I forget how to count, and that is how my scarf will go wonky. Hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. Okay. We're okay. Don't panic, everyone. So there are other goals that I have in 2020. In May, I'm going to be testing for my 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo. I am super excited about that. I have a little more training to do. I'm not quite ready yet, but I'm taking these next like 5 months. It'll be like the end of May, and I'll have my test. And it's just, this is something I've wanted for, I mean, ever since I got my black belt, I was like, okay, I want that 2nd stripe. So that's a pretty big goal this year, but not like a New Year's resolution. I know, go me, yes. Look like a damn twig in the post. Brittany, you are slender, but let's not speak ugly about ourselves. Don't call yourself a twig unless you think twigs are, you know, beautiful and amazing. Pretend to sleep. Cat got angry that I was not in bed yet. My cat has been in and out of here. I think Scott just fed the cats because my cats stopped pestering me to feed them. So Scott must have fed them. Okay. Oh no. My hot chocolate has reached the temperature where it's like just kind of warm. So when I'm drinking it, instead of sipping it like it's hot, I just want to chug it. What hollow saddle pad? Hang on. Oh, I posted, well, one from a video that I had done on my video on extra fancy tack that I need to have. And then there were a bunch of posts in the Extra Equestrians group on Facebook where we were posting the fancy tack. But there's a company in New Zealand that makes hollow tack. And then there's another one. There's a couple of them that make the hollow saddle pads. But like, if I can start with one thing, I'm trying to figure out what I want to start with. Do I start with a saddle pad, a set of rainbow stirrup irons, a rainbow bit, a hologram bridle? Because I would love to just buy it all. I'm not into the like tack sets necessarily that come with the boots because I don't really put boots on my horses when we ride of any kind. I guess I could just to look fancy. I don't know. I don't want to mess my horses up though. The best saddle pad ever. Are you all in Canada? No, Anne, I'm in Savannah, Georgia. And so are a couple other folks. And so we're on the southeast coast of the US. I have a sweater on because I'm freezing to death. It was like 65 degrees today. So cold down here. What's the weather like up where you are? Are you in Canada, Anne? Okay, my brother's wife got back from Australia yesterday or today. Aw, I'm glad they're safe. Yeah, Australia is a mess right now. I'm gonna share on my share around a couple more links, I think, to organizations that can help people. Because y'all, there was one I read an article. Malakuta, I think, is the name of the city. It's on southeastern Australia. The fires got so bad, the people had to go into the freaking ocean. Like they all evacuated to the sea. And then when the alarms sounded, they had to stand in the ocean so that they all wouldn't burn to death because that's how close the fires were. I saw pictures of it. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning and the sky is completely red and dark. Like everything is in silhouette. It was insane. And I'm getting distracted and I'm probably going to mess up my thing today. Oh, Tabitha, layers downtown. Yeah, when you're on the carriages, when it's in the 50s, you need like 10 layers and your feet freeze. But when you're doing the walking tours, that costume is warmer than it looks. When it's in the 50s, I'm just in the costume and a light shawl, and I don't even get cold. I'm not wearing any leggings or anything underneath. It's just that. So, but that's one thing that's been like amazing to me because down here, like when you're on a horse carriage, I used to do carriage tours for those of you who don't know, driving carriages downtown Savannah, and the humidity makes it feel colder than it actually is. And when you're sitting up high on the horse carriage and you're not the one walking around, the wind starts getting into you. And with the humidity like it is here, once that cold gets inside you, you can't get warm again. Hang on, where did my ball of yarn go? My ball of yarn has disappeared. Okay. So yeah, and you're also walking, so that warms you up. But oh yeah, I just remember having to bundle up, and the people who are getting into your carriage are like, "What are you doing with all these layers on?" And I'm like, "Shut up, you don't know." You with your walking around body heat. Anyway, so here I am complaining about 55-degree temperatures when there's a Canadian in the chat. I'm about to bless my own heart. So again, for anyone who has joined us, I'm just crocheting tonight, and you are welcome to crochet with me or knit or cross stitch or embroider. What did I do? Did I mess that up? No. Or paint something or draw or hang out with me. So what's coming up in the next live stream? So this is just like a stitching thing, but what's coming up in the live streams is I want to talk about how to make patterns and how to draw patterns on paper, and how to transfer, how to leave seam allowances, how to check things and for fit and that kind of stuff. So we may do a live stream. I'm not sure if that's next week. That might be next week, but we're going to talk about making patterns and the different ways to make patterns. I'm trying to think of what else. My calendar's over there somewhere. I have it all written out what I was going to do for all of this. Okay. Working on my yarn ball. This color. It's such a pretty purple. Me lovey. Okay, just remember completely. Blew this guy's mind. I was talking about being butt crack of dawn. That's funny. Do more live streams. Okay, yes, and I do them every Wednesday night. And usually we're talking about an equestrian topic and or making things for our horses. We have painted saddle pads and painted our helmets. I painted my riding helmet to look like a Super Mario mushroom. We've made helmet bags. Gosh, what else have we done, you guys? One thing I want to bring back doing this year in a live stream is the craft foam armor. I made a little headband out of craft foam, painting it to make it look like armor. But I need to make I need a crown for my Fairy Queen costume. So I think one of the live streams will be about doing that and making that, because that was a tedious process and I learned a lot. But I think I know more now to set it up better so we can all learn how to do that, because I think it's a really cool way to make accessories and to add things, because it's just like craft foam and Mod Podge and then painting to make it look like metal. Your helmet's getting too small and it hurts. Uh-oh, you need a new one. Helmets, like you're supposed to buy a new helmet every so often, every few months or every time you fall, but why? They can't be that expensive if you want me to buy one that much. Like there are $800 helmets. Are you serious? My horses didn't even cost $800. My doofy little horses. So I buy like $20 Troxel helmets off when Chick Saddlery has them on sale online. So yeah, when I see people with like really expensive helmets with all the bling and everything, I'm like, oh, fancy. I just don't have that kind of cash flow. Maybe someday. I did eat my collard greens today, so I'm expecting a lot of money in 2020. Okay, you heard me, 2020. I cooked a mess of greens. I think that's how they say it down here. A mess of greens. My grandmother never said mess of greens. Okay, my man's motorcycle helmet costs less than any riding helmet. Huh. Wow. Helmets are expensive. They are. They really shouldn't be. I really feel like that. Like, I can understand boots being expensive and half chaps being expensive, even breeches and stuff like that. But, like, can we really have a lot of good quality, cheap helmets so people can protect their brains? I mean, I know it's not expensive to make a plastic helmet, right? It can't be that expensive. I don't know. Am I just whining? Am I just mad about it? Am I going to have to die mad about it? Tabitha having to get, it's such a blessing and a curse having to get new boots because we can't afford it. So it hurts to get a new pair of boots. But when you do get them, you're like, oh my God, my whole life has changed. Everything is good and perfect in the world now. Oh no, my ball of yarn went far away. Bye, ball of yarn. You live over there now. You've gone beyond the lights. If I get up now, I'm going to have to go out of frame to get you. Ugh. The tragedy that is my life. Okay, I need more hot chocolate. Hate and love getting new boots. I love getting new boots. But again, like, I don't have any money. If I did, I'd probably have several pairs of boots. The pair of boots I really want are like $600 area tall boots. And they have this iridescent rainbow tread on the bottom that is just, like you can see it from the side, and it's just it's so unicorny, and they look so good, but they're $600. Like that's nearly a mortgage payment for me. Like what the heck? Ugh. There went my hot chocolate. Uh-oh, that means Tabitha, I'm out of hot chocolate, so I have to go to my backup drink. Knock off cherry Kool-Aid. In a cup that a very special person made for me. So there, oh, Brittany, did we lose Brittany? Is she gone? Girl, it is getting late here. I am probably just going to wash my face and brush my teeth and fall into bed when this is done. Now, I say that, but then y'all will see me posting for the next 2 hours on Facebook. You're like, I thought you were going to bed. I am. You're not my dad. Okay. Okay. I use it all the time, Tabitha. It's like my favorite cup. Tired and sleepy. Oh. You have to shape them and work them. I know they're so stiff. Yeah, that first day is always like really bad, especially if you get a blister and you're not in a place where you can put a Band-Aid on it or change your shoes. So you know you're gonna have to walk for like 2 more hours, or be with the blister, and just that's terrible. But I kind of like the process of breaking them in. I kind of like the process of them shaping to my feet. I feel like I don't know, that's kind of a magical thing in a way to me. Is that weird? All right. Did we go over what y'all's, do I remember what y'all's 2020 resolutions are? I know Ellis said she was showing up to the chat tonight. I don't know if she's here, but she was talking about riding more. I saw her posting about riding more. And that's, I know I'm talking about extraness and magic and unicorns and everything. And then I have like the most basic New Year's resolution, ride more. But I feel like that's the basic. If I get that resolution done, if I ride more, then the magic will come from that. Being there, doing the thing, that's where it's all coming from. Anyway. Okay. I just love this color yarn. Under these lights, it looks so much prettier than when I just have my little tiny room light on. Oh no, I messed that up. Hang on. Okay, don't do that. Excuse me, hot chocolate burp. That happened. Resolutions. Oh, right, Tabitha, resolution is to be nice. That can be a hard one because some people are really dupe heads. And I didn't mean dupe head. But yeah, patience is a strange thing. And remembering, I don't know. I say yes to being nice. That's a good resolution. But don't beat yourself up if you can't. Hang on, I'm gonna steal it. No, steal which idea, Anne? Is that from me or Tabitha? Which idea are you talking about stealing? Usually I don't mind people stealing my ideas. I think good ideas should be spread and not, I'm not stingy with my ideas. Or the things I say, or my jokes. Crochet. I know. Well, most people crochet and have the yarn on the opposite hand. I can't do that. I have to hold the yarn in my right hand. All the tutorials I see have the person holding the yarn this way, and then they're doing this and crocheting like that. I can't do it. I've tried. When I do, I go so painfully slow. Hang on. I'm going to show you. Yeah, the hook in one hand and my project in yarn. See, okay. I can't do that. Watch me try. How do you? Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I got 1. And that's 1 stitch. I just can't. Okay. I can't do it. I'm not. You can't make me. You're not my real dad. Okay. That's how everybody does it. And I don't know how people do it that way. Yes, I'm a mess. Nobody tunes into this channel for perfection. Okay. I didn't make resolutions if I want. Yes. I don't know if you were here for, I think I said it in the beginning of the live stream, but I did a whole video last year where I made a bunch of New Year's resolutions. Like I was going to get, what did I say? I said, I resolved to get 500 hours in the saddle in 2019. I was going to teach each one of my horses a trick. I was going to, oh my gosh, there were so many. Oh, one huge, complete, full cosplay. None of this happened. None of it. Not even close. Not even close. So I totally hear you. My Taekwondo sensei used to do, she hasn't done it in a while, but she used to have her students choose one word for the coming year. One year, I chose the word impulsion because it's, if you don't do dressage, impulsion is a dressage term meaning self-propulsion, moving forward with energy. And so I liked the idea that it was an equestrian term, but I also wanted to move forward with energy in my own life. So that was my word one year, was impulsion. And so I don't know, maybe choosing one word that resonates with you as to be like your theme for or a phrase, a word or a phrase that is your theme, your motto for 2020, if you will. I think my motto for 2020 is let's ride. That is my motto. Everything comes out of that. Everything else, all the creativity. There's anytime you do like a creative workshop or a creative anything, you will be told that you have to fill your cup before you can create art. You can't give and give and give to everybody else. You have to do things that fill your heart, that fill you with joy and inspire you and refresh you and regenerate you. You need these things because you cannot feed others from an empty bowl. So you can't give to others when you are empty. And I fill my cup by riding. I get all of my inspiration from my horses. I get all my artistic creation, creative, spiritual, any kind of emotional. I get all of that from my horses. So if I can make it to the barn 3 times a week this year, I will be okay. It may not be the same for everybody, but that is what it is to me. Saying no. Oh, God, that's a big one. That one slapped me in the face when I looked down and read it, saying no. Oh, I wish we could send pictures. I wish too. Aw. That is one thing, like, they used to do Google Hangouts where you could like see people on the bottom, but I would love to see, sometimes I so wish I could see the other people in the chat as well. Like I love the interaction and talking to people in the chat. But I do wish I could see you guys sometimes too. Although sometimes, like, if you're sitting at home, like watching YouTube in your underwear or whatever, maybe you don't want me to see you. Oh, especially to someone we both know. Tabitha, I hear you so loud. I love you. You are so strong. Child. Yes. Saying no is a huge one. It's very freeing. And it's very empowering to stonewall someone, to say no to someone, to draw a boundary and stick with it. It's hard at first. It's very painful, especially if it's not a habit for you. But every time you do it, it makes you stronger for next time. And that's part of the power of no, is that it grows exponentially. That the more you do it and the more you practice it, the better you get at doing it. And the more rewards you get, the more space is cleared in your life and your mind because you're not taking on more than you can handle. You're not allowing yourself to be drained. So you can fill the cup, because you can't fill your cup if you're continuing to be drained. by everything around you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hang on. See me right now. I don't. I'm going to go ahead and show this comment, Tabitha, just because I love the word tits. You're what, staying up. You can watch my videos all you want, but unless it interferes with a good night's sleep. That's one thing that I started doing for myself in 2019 when my anxiety and my depression got really bad, was that I got on a regular sleep schedule. And it was amazing how much anxiety that reduced when I started getting enough sleep. And I also eliminated caffeine. I was drinking, oh, you're going to die. I almost died. I was drinking 3 or 4 cups of coffee in the morning and then drinking 2 to 4 Diet Dr. Peppers for the rest of the day. And then I'm like, why can't I sleep? I would be up with anxiety until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and then get up at 6:30, 7. And then, I'm so tired all the time and I have to take a nap and I'm so anxious. So I got off the caffeine and I got on a regular sleep schedule. So now I have a bedtime like a little baby toddler. So yeah, that's my life. Yeah. Didn't get home till 11, back at the barn at 9 a.m. Ugh. That's one thing about the walking tours is like, like the latest I've ever been home is 11:30. And the earliest I have to leave my house is 6:30. So it's just such a shorter shift. It is incredible. I do miss driving the horses though. I get jealous when I see them walking by. Just know that when I see you, I'm like dying that I'm not like driving the ponies too. I wish it didn't have to be for hours and hours, and giving tours. I don't know. Must be nice. Yes. Yes. Okay, hang on. Need to work on stop saying up. Oh, right. I saw that one already. Okay, y'all. What time is it now? 10:40. I guess I'm going to stay up a little bit longer because I'm still working on crocheting. Where did my yarn ball made its way back over to me. It looks the same as when I showed it up last time. Here's how it fits in the palm of my hand. Okay. So yes, January. I'm also going to do a video in January about measuring your horse for costumes, like what measurements to take and how exactly to take measurements and how to write them down and keep them all recorded for people who want to make costumes for their horses. So that's one thing I'm working on is making a sheet. Like we used to have costume sheets. I worked at for making costumes for humans when I was in college working in a costume shop. So there are sheets that have drawing. I love yelling at you, Tabitha. I love you yelling at me too. So there are measurement sheets that have like a drawing of an actor, so you can like make notes on the drawing of it if the actor has anything specific for their body. And then there's a whole list of measurements that you take, like, the head, the neck, arms, eyes, chest, waist, hip, inseam. There are so many specific measurements, and there are some really specific measurements. Like if you make certain kinds of costumes, you need some very specific measurements of limbs and things like that. So I'm going to make a sheet like that, but for horses, like, if you want to make your own saddle pads or your own polo wraps or a costume that goes on the legs or around the neck, what parts of the horse do you need to measure, and how does that translate? And then we're going to do a live stream on making patterns. So those will kind of go together. But I thought this would be appropriate for January because we're like planning things in January. So learning how to measure and do patterns, or practicing and talking about measuring and doing patterns, is where we're going for January. And of course, you can translate that to other things. Like if you don't have a horse and you have dogs or you have cats, you can always make costumes for your dogs and your cats. And you can also do it for humans in your life, learning how to do measurements and things like that. My hair is a rat's nest right now. My hair is usually a rat's nest. It kind of looks like it right now. I washed it. It curls up so much when I wash it. And so I try to enjoy the curls for a day or two. And then they start getting cruddy. But with this color in it, I only wash it like once a week or so, unless I get literal poop in it, which happens because horses. I mean, I'm not like sticking my head into piles of horse poo or anything. That's not a thing. Going in onto one side of the chains or both. I'm going under both. I'm not doing just one. So I wrap over, I go under both of the top chains and then wrap around. Like my hair. My hair is actually, I did this hair 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. No, a little over 5 years ago. And I did it just to see what it would be like. And I was like, well, I guess if I get tired of it, then I'll change it back. And it's been like this for years now. And honestly, I'm at the point where it feels like my natural hair color. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, yes, this is exactly how I should look. This is how I've always looked. Color depositing stitcher. Amy's here. Amy, yes, there's like color depositing shampoo and conditioner, but I looked at Sally's, the brand, the color that I like to use on my hair, that I get at Sally Beauty Supply. They have color depositing shampoo and conditioner for every single one of their shades except teal. They have pink, they have green, they have electric blue, they have red. And then down on the bottom is the colors that are that correspond to everything, and they have all of them except teal. And I don't know. I may have to ask them if they can get it in. I don't know. But everything in my bathroom and my room anyway is already stained teal. Like all my towels, all my sheets, my shower. I have to like spray with special things to get it all out of the shower. I thought about doing a video on like the care and maintenance of colored, like brightly colored hair, because it's extra. But I don't know if anyone would even be interested in that, or if it would even, like, does it go with what's on my channel? Maybe it does. I mean, it's extra hair. It's extra. It's very unicorny and centaur-y. I don't think they have one for the purple. I thought they did in the brand that I get. It's called In Rage, and it's not like IN. It's just the letter N and then Rage. I really like this shade of teal, and they have that brand. But I remember they've got to have the purple. Everybody loves purple. Purple. I almost went purple. Those were my choices when I was going to dye my hair. Was either purple or green. Actually, green was what I wanted. But green, it turns out green's not a very flattering color on me for hair. I had it lime green. I had it emerald green. I had a couple of different shades of green. And then I tried the teal, and it looked good. So I was like, fine, it'll be teal. That's as close to green as I can get and still look cute. Fine. Fine. Got to get more. I had some purple. Oh. The purple and teal seem to be the most flattering colors on everyone. I don't think I've ever seen someone that purple looks bad on, or teal. I don't know. Sometimes green looks funky on people, and sometimes like yellow or orange or red if they have weird, strange like skin tone or undertones to their skin. I don't know. But those don't always look good on people, but purple looks good on everybody. Teal looks good on everybody. I recognize you, that Deanna. Well, yeah, at this point, it is kind of a signature. I had a post. I used to have really dark hair. The thing is, I have to bleach I have to do my roots too. Look, like my roots, there they are. My hair is so dark, and look at all the gray. See this right here, why this is, why this part is lighter than this is because this is gray hair. That was the original thought for having the colored hair, was all the women in my family have perfect, beautiful, snowy white hair by the time they're 60 years old. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous white hair. It's so pretty. So I'm like, you know what? When my hair is like that, then I can just dye it in all these different rainbow colors and it'll be really cool. And then I thought, well, like, what if I don't make it to 60? What if I get hit by a bus or something, awful happens to me and I never get to have brightly colored hair? So I thought I should probably start now. I should just try it. I'm going to practice and try it. And I think I like the way it grows back in and how it looks like it's got highlights and stuff, but that's just because it's my gray streaks. Red or I used to dye my hair red and burgundy a lot. I used to wish that I was a redhead. Like my hair was not in any stretch of the imagination red, but I would pretend that I got red highlights in the summertime. And I would always like to dye my hair dark red or auburn. I wanted to be a redhead. Stupid genetics. Instead, I was a brunette. So I know, my life, poor me. But we are getting down to the bottom of the ball of yarn though, where it gets smaller faster. Okay, 10 more minutes. Let's see if I can get to the end of the ball of yarn why is that funky? Okay, now I have to count stitches again because I got distracted. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 24. How did I get an extra stitch in here? What did I do? Y'all, did I go twice into one? Hang on, let me do this again. Oh, who's going? Hang on. I want to go to the bar. I don't want to leave. Oh, Anne, thank you for joining us tonight. Good night. It was so good to have you in the chat. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Wait, now I have 22? I can't count. Maybe I should stop the live stream now. It's clear I need to go to bed. Oh my God. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay, so I have lost a stitch. Where did I lose it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Where did I? Oh, I can see. You can see where I lost it. I lost it right there. Right there. Okay. So I'm going to rip this out. Dang it. How much time did I lose just then? Fart. Oh, this makes me want to cuss. All right. Okay, I think that's enough. You done messed up. I did. You done messed up, Aaron. All right. I'm going to put that to the side, and this is going to bother me if it's just sitting there loose. So I'm going to ball the excess back up real quick. They have unicorn yarn bowls so you don't lose your yarn. I know. I've never had a yarn bowl. I like the ones where it looks like it's coming out the nose. It's like some sort of gross face, and it looks like it's coming out the nose. I want a unicorn one where it comes out the unicorn's butt. Does anyone make that? I need to look that up. I want a yarn bowl where there's the little thing and so it's got like the head on the other end, and then you put the ball of yarn in the top, and the yarn comes out where the butthole would be. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask? I want to live in a world where there are yarn bowls where the yarn comes out the unicorn's butt. This is why crocheting is hard. Hang on. All right. There's ceramic. Make one. You know what? I have a friend who does pottery and ceramics. I think she has her own kiln and everything. I'm going to talk to her in a while, but how about that to get a message out of the blue? Hey, Margie, haven't seen you in a while. Can you make me a yarn bowl with the yarn coming out of the unicorn's butthole? By the way, how's your daughter? How's your husband? You still working at the store? Also, unicorn buttholes. All right. Now, see, when this happens when I'm knitting, I have to like undo the whole thing. I have a hard time frogging what I have knit and then finding the right to put the needle back through all this. My hair, do you see like there's teal hairs here? I am rolling up teal hairs in here. Never wanted a yarn bowl, right? If there was one, somebody, this is $1 million idea. Somebody needs to get on this. It can't be me because I'm busy crocheting a scarf for my therapist because she suggested crocheting. Dang it. As a way to help with my anxiety. I love you too, Tabitha. Aw, child is climbing. Aw. I love you. Thank you for joining us tonight, Tabitha. You are the best. And hug that little baby for me. Unless it'll wake him up, and then girl, don't. I'll see you sometime soon. I need to call you or message you when I go out to play with my ponies. So you can come play with me. Now that I'm going out there more, and you're going to have some days off. So we should do that. Okay, now I'm reaching the end of this again. And I'm going to have to count my stitches. I was going to try to make it to the end of the ball of yarn, but that is definitely not going to happen in the next 5 minutes. But let me count my stitches to make sure I'm not doing it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. Okay. Y'all, I have this problem when I go to Taekwondo class. I can't keep count. The black belts are supposed to keep count of laps that we do and, number of kicks that we're on or wherever we are in the exercise. If we're supposed to do something for so many laps or do so many kicks or whatever, it's black belt's responsibility to make sure that we know what number we're on. And the moment I run my mouth is when I get distracted and I have no idea what number we're on. It is a thing. I feel like I need to go back to Sesame Street. And that's that's one thing I'm working on is shutting up so that I can pay attention and count. But it gets me in other places too. Like I lose count. I lose track of where I am when I'm doing something, which is why, I don't know, maybe these live streams are weird because I should be shutting up and concentrating. Why can't I count? Off the 16th through the 24th. Woo, girl, party, vacation. What are we doing? Riding horses? Riding horses. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to shut this down in just a second. I'm so glad, Anne, that you joined us tonight, even though you've already gone to bed. And Brittany, you've gone to bed, but thank you for showing up. And everybody else who's here. Thule, oh my gosh, who was up at the ungodly hour of 5 a.m. where she lives to join the live stream. I seriously love you guys. There's Deanna heading to bed. Great to be able to be present for a live. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you. Amy popped in here into the chat. And Deanna, thank you guys for showing up and being here. Thank you. Yes, 2,000 members in the Extra Equestrians group now. Yay! And even if you're not on Facebook, you can check it out because it is a public group. You just can't post or comment. So come and check out our shenanigans in there. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff. And join me every Wednesday night for live streams. And I guess I'll see you guys next week when we will talk about patterns and how to make paper patterns, how to make and measure and figure out patterns. So that sounds exciting, maybe? Okay. Good night. I love you guys.